Hello and welcome to Pardon the Interception, Season 38, Week 6, with your hosts, myself, Lee Wood.
Myself, Nick Taylor.
Myself, a very riveted Simon.
Start off as ever by looking around the GFL.
Now we just have to remember what was happening before. If you ask me what game of the week was, I have absolutely no idea.
How's that any different to normal?
No, to be fair, I do have some idea of what's going on in not in the GFL.
Not in a geriatrics football league.
No, not at all in the geriatrics football league.
Witchcraft Quake was probably like game of the week or something, but the game looks good, so I'm just going to.
And the Sandbaggers lost.
They were quaking in their boots.
Hey. Who'd they lose to? Why am I not seeing it?
Salem Witchcraft in the middle.
Oh yeah, wow.
Witchcraft, discraft.
Apart from that, I mean, you've got the Rockets Cannons game that was relatively close. The rest of them don't seem particularly exciting.
No, I have a feeling wasn't the GFL the league that had all the games that weren't like hugely close.
Think so.
I vaguely remember A League having something like that.
Yeah.
I think you're confusing that with another league, personally. But...
Let's have a look at the standings for the
So you got
GFL.
more there, Simon. You know, so
3-3. He's closing in on his 5-5 finish.
Nick Taylor special.
it's a classic.
Watch me.
Only one undefeated team left in the GFL.
Yeah, blazing on.
Yeah. The Keens Blaze still going strong.
I think this year he's going to spike.
Keens Blaze from Milton. Anyone know where Milton is?
Is he where the comedian's from?
Isn't it about 5 miles south of Fenton?
No, it's
Fenton.
It's next to Steventon.
Oh, okay.
I'm just looking it up now. What's it close to? Didcot.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah.
Just south of Oxford. That's where
That's
you'll
Fair
find
enough.
What's a Keen's blaze though? Is it a blaze that's like really keen?
It's just shot.
Okay.
Have a look at the playoff pictures. This is always fun.
Is it?
It's fun for some people.
Sixth place in the NFC is like pretty open.
Yeah.
It's fun for those that are actually good at the game.
Well, this entire league is people that are good at the game.
I beg to differ.
Yeah, Simon's in it for a start.
Exactly.
Yeah, true.
Got to get those beats in, right?
Right,
I got in
so
that before you, so
so Nick, what is your patented game of the week?
I have no idea. That's pistols and gunslingers. Got to be all about the guns. Lots of guns.
Pistols,
That's an awful
gunslingers.
game,
That's
but-
game of the week. It's game of the week, though. Doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
I'm in Monday Night Football mode, Simon.
EDU.
Any game could be game of the week this week.
On to the Atlantic.
Then we'll definitely forget which game of the week really is.
Heroes Generals, which is a nice close game. Meerkats nearly lost to the Spitfires.
I think the Redcoats Outlaws game was.
I think that was game of the week. Yeah,
and it lived up to expectation. It's a close one.
Yeah, Rapier's Snow Bears was nice and close as well.
Mm-hmm.
I somehow managed to win. Still not sure how.
Yeah. Nothing jumps out as.
Nothing jumps out massively, no. Take a look at the standings.
Catching back up to 5-5.
And still quite a lot of undefeated teams in the Atlantic as well.
What boring league.
It is definitely the superior league, though.
Well,
It's the not quite as boring as other leagues. Boring league.
Yeah.
Well, the sixth spot in the nobody wants a sixth spot in the CFC. It's just completely up for grabs.
Look at the playoff picture and see what that looks like at the minute. Yeah.
It's a pretty clear cut at the moment. Same, I guess you could say the same of the MFC in 7th place to 8th place.
Yeah, not that these actually make the playoffs, but yeah.
Yeah, but it just shows that like whoever misses out in the MFC is probably missing out.
You just do this, and then like after the wild card week, we're just gonna have these teams. Jobs are good.
Well,
Why
you
play
need
the
to
rest of the
cut another-
season?
You need to cut another team from the left-hand side off the wild card week.
Oh yeah, well no one likes Matt, so there you go. Love you, Matt. Been a long time since we got to smash you.
Right, let's go take a look at game of the week.
Avalanche at Stampede.
Yeah, Avalanche or Stampede, game of the week.
Don't know who I want to win. Matt, go on, Matt.
On to the
It'll be an
Continental.
interesting one, that one. So,
Only care about one game. Yeah,
big scoring game this week.
look at that bad boy.
Angels Bombers 58-57. The mustard band comes home.
Now we're talking.
Trojans doing Trojan-y things this season, which is good.
Spartans lost.
Yeah. The caretaker Spartans.
Yeah, exactly.
You found you got the Royals, the caretaker Royals winning their division still. So
Got to get all those caretakers involved.
Take a look at what that's done to the standings.
we can hope for a caretaker bowl.
Tell you what, this multi-week break certainly makes you forget about everything we've spoken about in previous weeks, more so than usual.
Like, to be fair, we've forgotten by the next week anyway, so.
True.
Was there 2 6-0 teams, 2 5-1 teams, and then everyone else?
Yeah, and you've got like the UFC North. It's just like 3-3-3-3-3-3.
Well, the Trojans are 2 games ahead of everyone else in the conference.
It's definitely looking like it's their division to lose, their conference to lose anyway.
Yeah, I mean, that was a tough game this week, right, Joe? They played the Zulus, and it wasn't very close by the looks of it, so. Yeah. And there's definitely some top teams expected to make the last few rounds in the Continental.
Playoff, that's the flattest I think I've seen a playoff picture for a long time.
I always enjoy it when it goes 4-2, 4-2, 3-3, 4-2, 4-2, 4-2, 4-2.
Yeah.
It makes you do a bit of a double take, and then you realise that's the division winning team.
That's the Nick Taylor Memorial Division.
That's a classic way to make the playoffs. 5-5. No point putting in too much effort, just enough effort to make the playoffs, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
Maximum effort, minimum effort, maximum satisfaction.
Yeah.
So, Nick, what's your game of the week?
No clue. Actually, I have no clue of this one.
I can help you. It's whoever the Angels.
Royals Angels game should be pretty good, right?
If the Angels are playing, it's going to be good.
Yeah, they're the top 2 teams in their division. It's a big game.
There you go.
Royals and Angels.
The Royal Angels.
Is the game of the week.
The Rangers?
On to the Delta.
Some closer games there.
Patriots Silverbacks was closer than I expected it to be.
I think that's probably a pretty big game for that division, isn't it?
I think that has huge division ramifications.
in that
Wally
top.
got completely destroyed by the Lone Stars this week.
Yep.
The Goochland Chaos winning again.
I knew you'd have to mention them. No.
They've got an awesome name. Monarchs losing to the Titans is quite big, I think.
Yeah, it makes that division a lot closer.
Yeah. Take a look at the stand and see how things have changed up a bit.
It's looking like a potential Aaron Lee final going on here.
Depends on how strong the Centurions are, because they have been
True.
rebuilding a bit.
Aaron's been shit for a while though, so it's a return to the old guard.
Yeah.
The two teams who haven't conceded 100 points yet this season. So
Yeah. Take a look at the playoff picture quickly.
Looking pretty interesting.
Yeah. It's definitely one of the more interesting pictures I've seen in the Delta for a while.
Feels pretty open on the GFC side of things in terms of getting into the playoffs.
That's generally the way on the GFC.
Yeah. BFC looks a little bit tougher to break into as it stands.
Okay, Nick, what is the game of the week?
Colt Centurions.
Colt Centurions locked in. On to the Empire.
Best league.
Yeah. Another loss for the Red Bulls.
Loss for the High Hunters as well.
Have we had a week where they've both lost before? Just doesn't feel like that.
And our Cubes lost to the Storm.
Storm.
I mean, if the Storm had lost as well, then we would have been like, that'd been a trifecta from all these years of following the Empire.
It would have been a big changing of the guard sound, I feel.
Yeah. There's definitely some rebuilding teams going on in here as well.
Just a few. I mean, the Griffins might be rebuilding. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, it's touch and go as to whether they are at the moment.
Yeah. I don't think we can make a full decision until about week 10.
Yeah. If they've conceded about 700 points, then we can.
They might get to 700 points this season conceded.
It's possible.
You never know.
Certainly, it's only different with seeing the Claymores and the Seahawks being the two undefeated teams in the BFC.
It is definitely different than we're used to seeing.
Yeah. A less surprised seeing District 12 Storm 6-0. But some of the 5-1 teams,
Yeah.
R-Cube doing well now. They've had a couple of seasons of building up. Rogues as well.
I seem to remember Colin having a few seasons doing quite well.
Yeah.
We only have the memory of like of 37 minutes. So
how can you forget Colin with his great name?
We're normally too busy talking about whether it's the Jacksonville High Hunters or the Jacksonville High Hunters.
And we know which one's correct.
Yes, the Jacksonville High Hunters. They just chose no name after that.
Yeah, where is Jacksonville High Hunter?
Yeah, it's not unusual to see. Yeah, it's not unusual to see District 12 at the top, but Seahawks, I don't think we've seen this high in playoff seedings for a long while, if at all.
Yeah, I mean, Jacksonville High Hunters and Birmingham Red Bulls are still on the list, so there's still that. But like, what, those top 5 in the BFC? It feels like quite a big change. in general.
Yeah. The Seahawks have been on a 5-season rebuild by the looks of it. It started before Arno joined.
So Nick, what is the game of the week?
It's a tough one. I actually have no idea this week.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Gorillas, Seahawks.
I'm just going to see how many points the Red Bulls are going to put on the Griffins.
Fair enough. Anything?
I'm sure there's a more extent.
There probably is, but nah, we just go with whichever's the most fun to watch, and that's definitely going to be fun.
Every game in the Empire then comes first, right?
True.
That's true.
Anything else before we move on?
I was just going to say it'd be interesting to see how many points they score in the first quarter.
28.
I'll take 28
points. I'll take the under. So, in light of everyone's fandom, we have or are announcing.
Who's fandomly? Come on, behave.
Like Gary Lyon, John Coleman. That's it, right?
You guys didn't even listen to John. He said we all needed to wear hats, and you didn't even bring any hats.
Yeah, fair. We are proud to launch
there we go.
the Pardon the Interception merch store.
Don't say I don't listen to John. I was waiting for someone to call me out on it.
Where you can get such great things as the intentionally misspelt. Are you using Nick's potato mic? The Geriatrics Football League hat, and much, much more merch. Link below, and much more merch to come as well. With that, is there anything else from you guys before we come to a close?
Why aren't you wearing the merch? That's the real question.
Because I haven't had the samples through yet.
That highlights the problem.
So good to be talking Gridiron again, even if we've forgotten what's going on.
Definitely good to be back after the break, and next week hopefully we remember more things to actually talk about.
So I have the unpopular opinion that I think we need more breaks.
Hey, with that, it's goodbye from me.
Goodbye.
Keep rolling.